Hello and welcome, I'm Jon Garlick, and this is Calhoun County's Most Wanted, but we're doing it from, where are we, Linda?
The Anniston City Meeting Center at the Calhoun County Area Chamber and Visitor Center's Business Expo.
The Business Expo, that's right, so we're going to wander around, but just before we wander around, we want to take a look at this week's count. So that was this week's count, and we're back still with Linda Hearn here at the entrance to the Business Expo. We've got some fun things to look at. So anything you want to say before we wander around?
Oh my gosh, John, this is so exciting. We have so many folks here. The businesses here are so excited and really have done a great job with their booths. We have everything from games. We have an alpaca here. We have lots and lots of things to give away, so it's been a great event.
We're going to pack it up and go see the alpaca right now. Congratulations, Linda. This is going to be great.
Thank you, John.
So here we are at the Redbird Willow Farms with our new friend, Holly the llama. Hello, Holly. Holly's a little closed-lipped today, but why don't you tell us a little bit about your farm and our good friend, Holly?
Well, Holly is a 6-year-old miniature llama, and she lives at Redbird Willow Farm in Sachs, along with about 20 other llamas and alpacas and about 50 other animals that we have on our property. We do tours daily by appointment. We have birthday parties, llama lunches. We have a Halloween party coming up this Saturday. We have Santa coming in December. So we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. All of our events are listed there with dates and times and admission prices. And come see us in Sachs.
Well, Holly seems really friendly. So are we having lunch with Holly? Is that what that is?
That is.
And what do we have when we have lunch with Holly?
Well, it's customizable. You can bring your own picnic lunch, or you can have it catered by us, whatever you'd like. We can have pizzas delivered. We can have chicken salad sandwiches, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, whatever it is that you'd like. It's a llama lunch your way.
And what do llamas eat for lunch?
Llamas eat grain. They can't have the lunches. They just get the grain. But they are in the pavilion area with you while you eat lunch.
Aw, so you don't get to have like a cheeseburger. You just get grain. What do you feel about that? And that's Holly's last comment for the day. Thank you so much. Don't forget to visit Redbird Willow Farms in Sachs.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye, Holly. So now we're at the Anniston Police Department's booth. We got lots of booths here. We're going to see lots of law enforcement. Who are we talking to?
Sergeant Hammer.
You got promoted.
Yes.
What's it like being sergeant?
It's a good job. It's a great job.
It's a great job except for the employees, right?
No, we got the best employees around, so they make
You do. Now, I'll bet you Anniston PD, like almost every law enforcement agency I'm familiar with right now, is hiring. Is that right?
That is correct.
So tell us how people apply at the Anniston PD.
You can apply online. We have the QR code here on the TV that someone could scan if they were here. You can go to the AnnistonAL.gov, go to the police department's page, and we have a link to an online application process. They fill out the application online, it gets submitted to us, and then we contact them to schedule for our civil service test and physical fitness tests.
And psychological exam.
Yes, that's toward the end. Yeah.
Who does your psych exam?
We partner with an outside company, and we schedule it with them, and they do our testing for us.
It's not me, though, is it? See, I do it for everybody else.
I didn't know that about you.
I do everybody. Well, not everybody, but I do a lot of people. So, happy to give you a quote. Selfless self-promotion. Well, thanks, Sergeant. We appreciate it, and we'll be wandering around back here again. So thanks.
Thank you.
All right. And welcome to this week's edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. The first half of our lineup brought to you this week by Speedy Bail Bonds. Speedy, the way to bond out speedily. Their number, 256-235-9090. First up in our lineup this week, Salvador Tepetlan. Mr. Tepetlan, last known to be living in Oxford. He's wanted for FTA, failure to appear on burglary third. And take a look at Tandrika Higgins. Miss Higgins, last known to be living in Anniston. She's wanted for failure to appear on obstruction of justice by using a false ID. And meet Cynthia Lord. Miss Lord, last known to be living in Trussville, she's wanted on a failure to appear for theft of property third. And take a look at Justin Brewster. Mr. Brewster, last known to be living in Gadsden, he's wanted for failure to appear on possession of a controlled substance and possession of marijuana second. And this is Tristan Harris. Mr. Harris, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted on a probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. And this is Bobby Odom. Mr. Odom, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted on a probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. And meet Brittany Higginbotham. Miss Higginbotham, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted on a failure to appear for obstruction of justice by using a false ID. And that's it for the first half of our lineup. Stay tuned for the second half later in the show. We are at Second Chance.
Hello.
So this is still Domestic Violence Awareness Month. See?
Yes,
See?
it is.
I got my.
Wear your purple.
Wear your purple. So we've had Susan Shipman on the show many times.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you got at the booth and why Second Chance is so important for domestic violence victims.
Second Chance is important for domestic violence victims because we offer a safe place from abuse and or sexual assault. We have different programs that can help you, especially court advocacy for protection from abuse orders. In our booth, we have
All that.
all this stuff about our needs list, pens, candy, cards, sanitizer. Oh, and we're giving away this big, huge mom today, too.
We're giving away mums. Mum's the word.
We have flyers about sexual assault for teens, the Hispanic community. We want to
very
reach
good.
out and broad out to more people.
Outstanding. And there's a needs list there. So
Yes, we have
is
a
the
needs
needs list
list.
posted on the website?
It is. It is.
So we want to encourage people to come to the booth if they're here or go to the
Yes.
website and try to fill
Yes.
those needs lists.
Yes. Our
Well, thank
clients
you.
need your help. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
you.
We're going to move along here. Now, when emergency strikes, we have the Calhoun County Emergency Management Agency, my old friend Miles. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
You got to get closer to the microphone.
Sorry,
Come on.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing really well. So tell us a little bit about the EMA and what the citizens in Calhoun County can do to help or get involved.
So we do a lot on the preparedness and coordination side of emergencies. So after something happens, we can coordinate outside resources for police and fire departments. So that's additional personnel and equipment. We also do a lot of preparedness things. So you can sign up for emergency alerts. So to know when tornado warnings, watches, all those good things happen, you can sign up by texting Calhoun EMA. So that's all one word, Calhoun EMA, to phone number 888-777.
888-777.
Just 6 digits.
888-7777. Text so you can get text notifications of bad weather and emergencies.
Yes, that's correct.
Outstanding. Well, we thank you and hope you have a good day at the Business Expo.
All right. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, and what are you? Do you even talk?
I'm not supposed to.
She doesn't talk. It's a star for the Anniston. What are you? Oh, the AOD Federal Credit Union, of course. We like the AOD Federal Credit Union. You can get all kinds of great deals at AOD. You can come down to the booth here at the Business Expo and talk to the bright shining star that won't talk. Thank you. Okay, we're here at Calhoun County Sheriff's Office booth at the Business Expo with Fallon Hurst. Hey, Fallon.
Hey, John, how are you?
So what are all these people being locked up for?
Well, horse smooching. We got people zooming with no pants on.
Zooming with no pants on.
Yep, chicken thieving, you name it. We got a litany of charges.
And what are you doing with them when you lock them up?
Well, they have to stay in the new jail that we've just built until somebody goes to another one of the booths and acquires their bond for us.
Well, it's a nice new jail. I know the commission's been raising a lot of money to build it, so we appreciate that.
Yes, that's right. That's right. It's already overcrowded.
As is the case with all jails. Well, thanks, Fallon. We appreciate it, and I hope everything goes well there for those folks.
Thank you.
Ought to be lunchtime soon.
They're escaping.
And welcome to the second half of our lineup. This half brought to you by Sonnys Bail Bonds. It's always Sonnys down at Sonnys. Their phone number 256-913-9759. First up this half, Fanny Descarto. Miss Descarto, last known to be living in Winter Park, Florida. She's wanted on a probation violation for manufacturing a controlled substance. And take a look at Malik Miles. Mr. Miles, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted for failure to appear on promoting prison contraband. And this is Mark Brown. Mr. Brown, last known to be living in Oxford, he's wanted on a probation violation for possession of a controlled substance and failure to appear on a probation revocation. And meet Rosemary Williams. Miss Williams, last known to be living in Anniston, she's wanted on a probation violation for possession of a controlled substance. And this is Chandra Ruff. Miss Ruff, last known to be living in Piedmont, she's wanted on a probation violation for obstruction of justice by using a false ID. And meet Travis Gardner. Mr. Gardner, last known to be living in Anniston, he's wanted on a failure to appear for receiving stolen property third. And that's it for our lineup this week. If you have any information on these people, please give Crime Stoppers a call. That number, 1-833-251-7867.
That's too sweet.
Okay, so now we are at the Texas Roadhouse. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, you guys are a sponsor for like the Pigskin Roundup, I
We
think.
are, yes.
Yep.
We do Coach of the Week.
You do Coach of the Week?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I host Shop 24, and we should get you on that show, too.
All right, we'd love to join you.
Well, that would be great. But so tell us a little bit about what your booth is doing here and how people can find Texas Roadhouse and what's so special about you.
Texas Roadhouse is very involved in the community, so we love to help anyone in the community in any way we can. We're very outside the box thinkers, so anything that anyone comes to us with, we say yes. Today we're giving out some free app cards, catering menus, and some information about our co-branded gift cards, and we're also taking donations for breast cancer for t-shirts.
Oh, outstanding. And so a lot of people are having a hard time finding employees. Is Texas Roadhouse hiring?
We are hiring. We're always taking applications.
Outstanding. And how would somebody find an application?
You can go online to our website, or you can come in the store and we'll give you an application in the store.
And tell us where the store is.
It's at the Oxford Exchange right beside Publix.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, and I hope you have a really successful day here.
Thank you so much.
And for those of you who watch Shop 24 every Monday night, you're familiar with Samco, one of our wonderful pickup points, Samco number 10.
That's right.
You know where number 10 is?
Number 10, yes, I do.
Where is it?
Anniston.
Highway 78, East in Oxford.
Oxford? Oh, okay. Well,
That's
I'm
Oxford.
wrong.
See, that's okay.
Number 10 is that's the Chevron.
It's right next. It's down the road from the TV station.
Yeah.
Not far.
Gotcha.
We appreciate you guys being a pickup point. So tell us what's going on at your booth today.
We're applying for Chevron cards. Can save them up to 55 cents on their gas, and if they apply today at the booth, they get a free blanket.
Oh wow! So you get a Chevron gas card, which saves you on gasoline, and a free blanket. And you know, as cold as it is outside, blankets are important. Ooh, and we get a Chevron gas cup.
That's
Yes,
right.
you do.
That's awesome.
And plus you save 55 cents per gallon on gas when you use your Chevron card at Chevron.
We need to get that on Shop 24,
Yes,
Yes,
we do.
because that's an inflation buster.
That's right, and you save a lot of money.
You got that right.
All right, well, thank you so much. We
You're
appreciate
welcome.
your support for Shop 24 and Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
So now MJ and I are down here at the Civilian Marksmanship Program's booth. And we're here with Antonio Davis.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm doing quite well. It's a very interesting expo that we have going on out here today.
So tell us a little bit, pretty quickly, about the Civilian Marksmanship Program.
All right, so a little bit about CMP. We have 3 different locations, actually. We have one in Camp Perry, Ohio, which holds a national match. We have a big park down in Talladega where you can shoot 3D archery. You can come out and shoot shotgun, rifle, and pistol. We offer basic rifle and pistol classes that you can come out and take, as well as shotgun. And we also have a range up here in Anniston, indoor air rifle range, where kids can come in and start at the age of 8 years old all the way to adults, and they can come in and shoot just like we have here today, but you can come in and shoot pellets.
And am I wrong in thinking that the Civilian Marksmanship Program is instrumental in preparing the students or the athletes to compete in national championships that work their way up to the Olympic teams?
Yes, sir, you're actually correct. We have Olympics that actually come in, and they come into our range just to train a lot of times. We have monthly competitions, and they come in and they use those as selection matches to get them to the Olympic level when they're going to come in and shoot. The best thing about CMP is at our ranges, it's not like a normal shooting range that you're going to come in and shoot, but everything is electronic. So you shoot and you have a monitor right beside you, and every shot that you shoot pops up right there on the monitor.
That's kind of like bowling.
Yeah, sort of, kind of like both.
Bowling with an air rifle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, that's awesome. We appreciate the civilian marksmanship program and all the business you've brought down to the Calhoun, Talladega County area.
Yes, sir.
And I know Ohio has a lot of international traffic. Are you seeing that in Talladega?
Yes, sir. We actually do see that in Talladega, especially with our Talladega match that we have in June called D-Day. It's a very historic match, and as well as the match that we have coming up, which is the Talladega 600. It's a big race. Everybody knows about the Talladega Super Speedway, so we kind of sort of base that match off of that. We have a lot of international traffic that comes in. And let's not forget about the range up here in Anniston. We have a big match coming up here as well. We actually have a team coming all the way from Canada just to shoot that as well. So
fantastic. Thank you, Antonio. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
And we will have you on Calhoun County's Most Wanted as a guest later on this year.
Absolutely. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And no town is complete without a public library, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm here with Teresa Kaiser, and you're the director of the library, right?
I am the director of the library, yes.
Now, Anniston Public Library has books and magazines and periodicals and the kids' library and all that stuff. But the most interesting thing for me is the Things Library.
Absolutely. I think we're one of the unique libraries in the country right now that actually has a Things Library. For example, the inflatable kayak behind me, you can check that out. The karaoke machine over here. We also have a VHS tape to DVD converter, so if you have old VHS tapes that you would like to write over. But these are just a few items we have. We have over 70 items, from sewing machines to metal detectors to a 20-foot ladder, a chainsaw, a cricket, a laminator, you name it, just about we have it.
Do you have a Geiger counter?
Okay, we do not have a Geiger counter, but
I have a Geiger
I
counter.
have to put that on my list of things
I have a
to
Geiger
purchase.
counter.
You do?
I do.
And how often do you use that Geiger counter?
Well, I had a radiation stress test done. So when they injected the isotope into my body, I used my Geiger counter to measure it. It was really scary.
I bet it was.
But okay, so is the popcorn machine something you can get out of the library?
No, that is not something you can get. But if you come to our Monday movies at noon, you can purchase popcorn for 50 cents and sodas are 50 cents. You get to watch a movie for free. It's such a cheap date. Every Monday at noon, we have
Monday
that going
at noon.
on.
And I know part of your Things Library is a sound studio. Is that still up and running?
We do have a recording studio. It is at our Carver Branch Library, 722 West 14th Street, and you can go online and you can reserve the use of it. It's great for doing podcasts. It also has some electronic instruments in it, so you can make your own music. We have a lot of kids who enjoy doing that.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Teresa. Appreciate it.
Thank you for stopping by.
You know, being this close to Halloween, MJ, I found two of the three Sanderson sisters, and we're a little disturbed because we can't find the third one.
Sarah is missing. We don't know what happened to her.
Now, should we be afraid? Is Sarah the one that likes to round up the young children?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yes, so...
She was in jail earlier.
She was in jail. Well, that's... Aren't the Sanderson sisters really used to that?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are.
Well, so this is really the United Way booth, right?
Yes, it is.
And you're focusing on Hocus Pocus Focus.
We are. So our theme this year is Hocus Pocus, what's your focus? And we're encouraging everybody that stops by to grab a sticky note and write what they would improve in their community on our board over here.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's take a look at some of the things they've written here. So, can you get this in, MJ? So what do we have here? What are some of the good ones?
So there is doing more things with love, cleanliness, affordable housing, homelessness. Homelessness seems to be the big one. That's always what we find.
Well, homelessness in Anniston and Calhoun County is a big deal. There's probably, I know the census they did recently is undercounted, and I think there's probably close to 400. And I know United Way is working really hard to make some difference in that regard, right?
We are. There's like you said, according to the last point in time count, there's probably about 50 to 60 chronically homeless, which means they have not stayed on someone's couch, they're not couch surfing, they're not living with a friend, anything like that. They're on the streets.
Yeah, and I think that's grossly undercounted, and I don't know, I don't have any evidence to say why that is, except that I worked the streets for a while, and I know what I saw. We really appreciate the United Way and everything that you guys do for our community and the surrounding counties and areas. And so thank you, Sanderson sister.
Thank you for stopping by.
And welcome to the Crime Stoppers portion of our show, where we ask your help on the following cases. Between October 6th and October 7th, a Dell computer, Acer computer, miscellaneous cooking equipment were all taken from a storage building on Spring Branch Drive in Alexandria. And on July 7th, an unknown white male entered Truist Bank in Alexandria. The male used a stolen identity and withdrew a large amount of money. Please help in identifying this suspect. And that's it for the Crime Stoppers cases. If you have any information on these cases, please call Crime Stoppers. That number, 1-833-251-7867.